Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with Laura Duffy and Edmund Duffy. The two of you have been married for 16 years. You have 2 children together. You do not, however, want to be married anymore. And as a result of that, there is a pending issue about a truck and payment that we want to talk about. But before we get to that, I'm going to start with you, Mrs. Duffy. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your marriage and why you're here in divorce court today?
Well, Your Honor, I've been married 16 years to Mr. Duffy, and I want to start by saying I only knew him 11 days before marrying him.
Are you serious?
Yes, how
did you meet? I mean, what did he do in that 11 days?
I was going to a job interview, and I saw him in the rearview mirror smile at me, and I thought, wow, he has a nice smile. I wonder if he's married. And I was like, what do you mean, you wonder if he's married? Don't think like that. You don't want to be married. So the next day, I meet Mr. Duffy at a local bar.
How did you manage that? I mean, did you track him down? Did you follow him?
No, I had went out with some girlfriends. I hadn't been in the dating world at all, so I went out that evening, and Mr. Duffy walks into this small, like a little club place, and when he introduces himself, he shakes my hand. I was like, I know you.
That was the guy in the car.
I was like, oh, I saw you in traffic.
I was like, you're lying. Stop lying, bro. She lying. She lying. You're not going to... You can't identify a person fully just by looking through your rear view mirror. Stop lying, bro. She going to come in here lying, talking about not paying attention on the road, forgot about the job interview and all of that. Stop lying. Stop lying. But on the flip side, I gotta say, if they met in 11 days and they've been married for, maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but as soon as you meet her, you marry her. I don't know. But what I do know is she lying about that. She lying about that story, bro.
I know you. So,
did you remember her from the traffic?
Yeah, I remember her.
So well, he did, because he took me on a date. He took me on a date like the next night because he got my number and he didn't remember what I looked like. He said he was going to page it.
She had called my house and I had some friends staying with me. She gave him a wrong name.
No,
she told him that her name was Wynn. And so when I got home from work, he says, "Hey, Wynn called you." And I said, I don't know a Wynn. He said, "Yeah, the girl that you were dancing with last night." I was like, her name wasn't Wynn. So I called her up and asked her if she wanted to go to dinner. And then when she got to my house...
My name wasn't
a mighty
Wynn.
good meal. I mean, 11 days. What happened in those 11 days that got you down the aisle?
Well, and I'll tell you, his son had a car accident. I was a single mom, and I saw the emotion that he carried with him. And I stayed with him in the hospital for the period of 3 days, and I watched him, what emotion he had over his son, and
how
what a great
loving
father.
and caring
all of
he
those
was.
things that I wanted. I was a single mom,
right.
So those are the things I wanted for my child.
Well, now, she described what she liked about you. Now, what said marriage to you after 11 days?
Well, we were like soulmates. I grew up in Colorado. She grew up in Colorado. I lived in Houston. She lived in Houston.
So you were
it was just like we were chasing each other.
Chasing each other around.
Like we were chasing each other
so you
our whole
you
life.
might as well put a ring on this woman's finger.
Yeah.
But you made it 16 years.
Yeah,
what's the problem now?
I would like to rephrase that question and say, what's the formula? We need to know the formula. She got it right. We gonna get into that. But I need the formula, bro. I need the formula. 16 years. They met in 11 days and been together for 16 years. Some people meet in 16 days and don't hit you back. You'll talk to her for 16 days. Yeah, bro. Keep it 100. Keep it 100, bro. If you want to know the formula, hit the like button. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you, Uncle Frank.
Well, what I didn't know is he's an OCD freak.
Okay, tell me about that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with being clean. There's something being wrong with the OCD freak where you have to vacuum your line like you're going to play a football game on your carpet. And then you have to dry your sink because there can't be a spot on it, or you have to polish the granite until it shines 50 times a day. I mean, he thinks that's normal.
You'd wash your dirty hands and not put it all over the counters. You wouldn't have to.
Thank you.
Now, Mr.
Yes,
Duffy,
sir.
Do you like everything has to be just so
Yes, I do.
exactly?
Yes, I do.
Well, so much. Let me tell you so much how OCD he is. We have an alarm system, right? In our house. And when you open the door, it chimes. It goes, did. Okay. Well, Mr. Duffy doesn't like the did. So you would think turn the alarm off so you don't hear the did. But I think he likes to be OCD freak, so he has a reason to complain. Because if the kids go out the door and the alarm goes did, he goes, where's the alarm going did?
They go in and out like 10 times right in a row, you know?
Oh, so you were just annoyed by how many times they were going in and
it's
out.
like they sit there and just keep opening and closing the door.
No, he just, who sits there and counts how many times the door goes did? Get up and do something else and don't count how many times the door goes did. So my kids can walk in and out of their house.
I do agree with that. So wait, y'all let me know, because I don't want to self-diagnose myself. Everything that she just, I agree. I love when I finish cleaning the sink and then I dry it and then it look nice and clean. Then you clean the countertop and dry it off. That don't mean you OCD. That don't mean that you OCD. I ain't really the fan of I ain't a fan of it neither. I don't know. I think that's normal. It's normal.
Well, now, Miss Duffy, it's a little quirky. I'll give that to you. But it doesn't sound that bad. What
Thank
else
you.
is
You don't
the
live
problem?
with him.
Thank you.
Okay, let me tell you another. Nobody will come to our house, okay? Because
That's
you know
not
why?
true. That's not true.
Just tell me why you think nobody comes to your house.
We have, I won't buy leather sofas anymore I bought flat Italian leather because we had pillows that you fluff. Nobody would sit on the couches because whenever you sat on the couch, even my kids would be like, don't sit on the couch. My dad will go crazy if you sit on the couch because he fluffs the pillows when they get up. Now, would you want to come to my house and have, when your behind rises from the chair, he's behind you fluffing it?
Do you fluff the pillows as soon as the behind leaves the cushion?
I just put it back the way it was.
I understand that in some way, shape, or form, Bruce Springsteen became a problem.
Oh my God.
Not for me, only for him.
What's the problem? What's Bruce doing to you?
She's obsessed with him. I've taken her all over the country to see him.
No, you have not, because you're not allowed to go with me anymore. Because let me tell you why.
What
I am just searching for the moment he made me lose when we first got married. Bruce Springsteen did come. It was Super Bowl Sunday.
It was Super Bowl Sunday. You don't go to his concert on Super Bowl
Okay,
Sunday.
Facts.
Yeah,
I done told her.
A man really loves you if he gives up the Super
He
Bowl
didn't
to
know
go
me
to a
that well
concert
then,
with.
Your Honor.
I'm gonna say that. But go ahead.
No, he didn't know me that well because he lets me go all over the United States by myself now. So I feed him vodka and tonic because he's very conservative when he doesn't drink. So at that time, I gave him a few drinks.
So you liquor him up on
Well, I
purpose.
didn't mean to liquor him up, but he kept going
No,
on
that's
and on.
exactly what she did.
So we get to the Fox Theater, okay, and it's an acoustic concert. He walks in, woo! And he falls out on the red carpet.
I looked down those stairs, and there was no way I was going to walk down those stairs and walk back up.
So you fall out.
I
So
was just taking a
paramedics
nap.
come. Oh, he was taking a nap.
So the paramedics
come, and I'm like, Eddie, get up. And he's like, I said, get up. And I said, they're going to do mouth to mouth. He jumps up. I feel good. We never made it.
Legendary, bro. What you mad at me for? She mad because I was having a better time than her at her own concert. Bro. You should have told me that it was only going to be acoustic. And then you the one, man. Shout out to Doug. Shout out to Doug, bro. That's a classic. That's an instant classic, bro. Can you imagine? Have fun and enjoy life. Do whatever you gotta do. And he gave up the Super Bowl. I didn't even know you can have a concert on the same day as the Super Bowl. That's crazy. It's a concert at the Super Bowl. All right, bro.
I understand that there were some health issues within the context of your marriage that kind of changed the dynamic of it.
Yes.
Why don't you tell me about that?
There was there was a thing in the Georgia area, which is K2 Spice. At the time, it was legal. You could go into a gas station, you could purchase it. Our son went into a gas station, purchased it, brought it home, smoked it, and almost died.
Yeah, that stuff is some dangerous stuff.
But it made me realize some things that, we're raising teenagers now. The OCD stuff is okay, that drives them crazy. But there's some real issues to look at. And that means the environment they live in has to be very conducive of not that lifestyle.
Well, do you think Mr. Duffy does things that are that mislead them with respect to how they should use substances?
Mr. Duffy doesn't use substances, and he speaks highly against that. But when he drinks in front of them, that gives them, it may not be that, but I think, and this is my opinion.
Drinking, I include alcohol as a substance because it's mind altering, and it has led to more fights and more people, me putting more people in jail than any other thing that I had to deal with. So it is a substance. My question to you is, are you concerned about how much he drinks and how often he drinks?
I am, but you know, and that's an issue. You know, I've taken over a lot of things for Eddie, such as our business.
Hold up. Pause. Wait. Didn't she just say that he don't drink that much? That's why when they went out, I was just laughing 5 minutes ago when she said, oh, then he passed out. So which one? They lying, bro. They lying. This, I don't like her or him. They lying. They lying. She just sat up there and told us that he don't really drink like that. So now they're drinking a problem. Now they're drinking an issue. And then on top of that, man, I got the video, man. I should. And cut him off. They about to get cut off, bro. I agree with her. I agree with her. With children, bro, you have to be 1,000% involved. And then you just got to understand that as a teenager or preteen or, teenage, gosh, damn. It's been a while, y'all. Y'all chill on me in the comments. But at that age, bro, they're going to try stuff. They're going to try to do stuff. And you can't catch everything. You can't catch everything. You can't sit up here and have a camera and all of that other stuff. Nah. Me personally, I feel like at that point in time, I pray and I feel confident that the morals and the goals and the characteristics that I instilled into you or tried, to instill into you, that take over and your decision making is stellar. I pray that your decision making is stellar, bro. Because we can't be there 24/7. As parents, we just can't be there 24/7. So again, I put my confidence in what I instill into you and let you make the rest of the decisions. I might always be there. I'll always be there. Close enough if you fall, I can catch you. But far enough where you feel like you popping that wheelie on your own. Y'all let me know if y'all want the bike vlog. Let me know if y'all want the bike vlog. I forgot the last time what video I said it on, but I like the video.
I bury cable. I dig ditches in the dirt. You know, I don't get to dress in heels.
That wasn't by my choice, because I didn't want her.
She joined you in the business, or she took over the business?
No, I didn't join.
She came home from work. She came home from work one day, and she says, "Guess what I'm gonna do?" And I was like, "Oh Lord, what now?" She said, "I'm gonna go to work with you." I said, "Oh no, you're not. Oh no, you're not going to work with me." Next morning, she's sitting in my truck. So I had broke my leg. And
No, tell her before you broke your leg.
Now, Mrs. Duffy, if you don't let this man finish a
Tell her-
sentence on his own without
the way it is, not you broke your.
Okay,
Mrs. Duffy.
Yeah, she went to work with me.
Pregnant.
And
Mrs. Have a seat.
I did make her be my grunt. She was my grunt for 2 years.
Did it help the business?
Yes, it did.
Are you making money now?
Yes.
Is working well?
Yeah, well, yes. Yes.
It's better? So it was a help to you?
Yeah, but when I broke my leg,
Yeah.
I messed it up real bad, and I was out of work for about 9 months. And so I just let her take the business over.
He let me.
And she's done very well with it, but she's just a control freak.
Right.
She wants to control every
Once
little
she
thing.
got in it, she can't get back out.
Right, and that's it. That's it right there, exactly.
Mrs. Duffy,
You can
you
tell.
act like you got some sense?
You can tell
I
how
come up
she's
here?
controlling.
You gotta answer my question. Can you act like you got some sense?
Oh, I have a lot of sense.
She's
Yes.
control
Can you act
freak.
like it?
Yes,
though?
I
That's
can
the
act like
question. Come on up. Mr. Duffy, you say that your wife is too lax with your child rearing. Explain that to me.
We got 2 teenage boys right now, and my philosophy is you watch everything they do, you know what they're doing. That's my philosophy on how you raise teenage
Active
boys.
parenting.
Exactly. Hers philosophy is you let them do whatever they want, and they need their freedom. No, they don't need their freedom. That's the worst thing they need is their freedom.
Ms. Duffy, now, he and I are on the same page with that one. Why don't you explain your position with respect to teenagers?
Okay, my theory is you are a part of your kid's life. You spend time with them. You do those things with them. You do the goofy things that aren't fun.
Right.
You can't just make them vacuum lines in the carpet and call that discipline raising your kids.
She sounds like she's got it right as well.
Boys,
Give me an example of
the
her being
boys
too
would
lax.
get home from school, they knew what to do. They didn't have to be told. They came in, they did their homework, they did their chores, and then they could go do what they want. She doesn't make them do. They don't even make their beds anymore.
But do you make them do their chores? Do you
No.
or don't you?
I have
No.
them do their chores, but I'm not over them like he is 24/7. You know what he said to me one time? Our oldest son was disrespecting me, okay? And he was at work that day, and he come home, and I had it.
Right.
And he says, and he was saying disrespectful things to me.
Right.
You know what he comes home and says?
What?
Why didn't you make him clean his closet today? That's his problem. I said, okay, so the fact that your son is disrespecting me is not a bigger issue than his closet cleaned? That's where my problem lies.
I understand what you're saying, but
I gotta agree with her. Gotta agree with her. And my thing with that is it just don't look good. It's not a good look when we're not on the same page. When we're not on the same page trying to enforce something and we don't even know what we're trying to enforce, now we look like fools. Now we look like two fools. So again, she might be annoying, talk a lot, annoying, talk even more, annoying. She might be all of that. She might be, but I gotta agree with her. I gotta agree with her on that, bro. That's 1,000. 1,000.
I'm going to explain why you're wrong in a little minute. You moved out?
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
Just couldn't get it. I just couldn't handle it anymore.
Are you happier now that you're gone?
Yes, I am.
Oh, yeah, because he lives in a bachelor
I don't have the
pad
drama
with
anymore.
vacuum lines, and he doesn't have to deal with them.
I don't have the drama anymore.
God gave me these kids,
Right.
and it's my responsibility. No, I'm not a perfect parent. I don't do
None of us
everything right.
is. None of us
but I
is.
love them, and I want them to have something in life. I don't want them to see that coping skills is smoking spice. Screaming and discipline is good for your kids, but a strict home, what is it going to do? Make a child like you, another
You don't make
strict
them do
parent?
anything anymore.
Okay, I got it. I got
Exactly
it.
my
I got
point.
it. Tell me about the $4,600 you're seeking from Mr. Duffy.
I bought his truck, and he needs to pay for his truck. It's not fair that I pay for his truck.
What
I
about-
pay for all the business expenses, and I just want him to pay for his truck.
What about when the recession hit and all my stuff, when I sold my machine, I sold my boat to keep a roof over your head. What about
The boat
that?
I bought.
You didn't buy that boat.
Who spent $3,500 on redoing it? Who spent all night
Who has
pinstriping it?
possession of the car, of the truck?
He does.
He has. Are you currently paying the
Yes.
note?
Yes.
And part of that note, which I agree.
Do you contribute to the household that you have left
Yes.
at all?
Yes.
How do you
But part of-
contribute?
How?
Well, since I moved out, I haven't. Because
Do you find that
I left-
problematic because your teenagers are still there and she's paying for your truck and you're not giving her any money? Don't you find that morally somehow untenable?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
We'll fix that today, right?
Right.
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to say this. You're throwing the baby out with the bathwater. You two are disagreeing on the best way to raise kids, and one of the best things you can do for kids is to have a stable two-parent household.
Right.
You two, the answer to your parenting problems is balance. It is, she's right about doing things with your children and not
I
just
agree
yelling
with
at
that.
your children. And he's right about you've got to be on them. They have to have chores. They have to have tasks. The children disrespect you when they don't feel like there's rules and limits. You do need to love and do things with them, but you also have to establish the structure and the hierarchy, because especially boys and a mama, they get to that smelling themselves. They say, I really don't have to do what she says, because in the back of the mind, they're thinking, I can take her.
That's cap. Chill out with that. We gotta cut that off. We gotta stop doing that. Not all. What? It's no. I'm not gonna gain nothing from that. She raised me. Mine, it's for you. You raised me. You raised me 24/7, 48/14, all day, all night, bro. That thought never crossed my mind. That thought never crossed my mind to put my hands or none of that. None of that, bro. So my thing, I would like to stop that narrative or that thought process, ladies, that, oh, he can take me, whatever it, man, it's not, knock it off. Knock it off. And it ain't, no. But as far as she go, as far as what she's saying, bro, I agree with her, bro. They gotta have more balance. And I ain't even gonna lie. I think it'll work. I think it'll work. Now he's saying that he happy and he end up whatever. I mean, you gotta respect that. You gotta respect that. If a person move on, don't want to be with you, and that's that. That's that. But honestly, like she said though, I believe that they cool. I think they can make it. I think that they should make it. I think that they should do it. They seem cool. They seem like they balance each other out.
Yep.
You know, we've raised 6 sons, let me tell you. And there's been a time they hit a certain age, those hormones kick in, I back up. Eric, it's you. You know, and if it makes me feel a little weak in the knees, I leave the room. Because they've got to, don't ask them what they want to do. You tell them what they're supposed to do.
Exactly.
If I had a dime for every time he told me that, you'd never see me again because I'd be rich and go home.
Right.
Okay? Balance. Now, you over there can't have a family on the one hand, a bachelor pad on the other hand, and think you don't have to contribute to the family that you made. I don't think specifically the $4,600 that you're seeking here, she can't pay for the truck that you're using and you're not contributing to the household at all. She could probably have asked for a lot more, but at the very least, that's what you owe her, and that is what she'll get. I think personally, you two ought to get back together. Don't let the little stuff sink the whole ship. You know, don't let the little stuff sink the whole ship. But in the meantime, in between time, $4,600 in favor of Mrs. Duffy.
Yowdy.
All rise. Parties may leave the courtroom.